All right, kidney bean. So let's move all of this stuff up and out of the way. And we're going to start the kidney bean drawing. So what I've been given for dimensions are all radiuses, but you were not given the distance between these two circles. So again, we're just going to have to design the position of these two circles so they're not greater than double this value, 3.5, so 7 inches away. They cannot be greater than 7 inches away. They also can't be greater than 8 inches away from outside edge. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball something and make sure that I know that it's well within those distances to get this to work. So I'm going to start by drawing these two circles using the construction lines. So first circle with the radius of 0.52. And second circle, I'm just going to put right about here with the radius of 1.08. Let's just do a distance between, just to see how far apart they are, between centers. Distance is 5.6. I'm just going to move them a little bit closer just to make sure that they're the right distance so that this will absolutely work. All right, so that's good. Now I want to get it so that this arc right here is tangent to both this circle and this circle. And if we were to draw this as one big circle, this circle here would enclose the other two, and the distances from the center of the circle to the center of the large circle would be the distance or radius from the large circle minus the little circle. So I have to do a little bit of math. I know that this has got a radius of 0.52, and then this is a radius of 4. What's 4 minus 0.52? And we can figure out where to place a mark, if you will, that marks that distance from the center of this circle. So let's do that math up here in the calculator. If I type in cal, it gives you a calculator in AutoCAD. And so I'm going to type in 4 minus 0.52, and I get 3.48. So if I draw a circle from the center with a radius of 3.58, what that circle is doing is measuring that distance all the way around this circle. So I know that somewhere along this circle's edge is going to be the center of the circle we need to draw with a radius of 4 in order to make it tangent to this circle. If I do the same thing from the other circle, I just need to do another calculation and then take 4 minus 1.08. Which is, whoops, happened to autosave right at the time it was going to give me the answer, 4 minus 1.08. And the answer is 2.92. So if I draw another circle from the center of this circle with a radius of 2.92, I get a second circle where they intersect will be the center, exactly the center of the circle with the radius of 4, so it will be tangent. So if I draw a circle from that intersection and give it a radius of 4, something happened. So I didn't calculate the location of this circle correctly, or I must have done a math problem here, or I may have inverted some numbers. So let's try that again. I'm going to erase that, erase this, and I'm going to type in cal and type in 4 minus 0.52. I think I typed in 3.58 instead of 3.48 when I created that second circle. So I'll type radius of 3.48 and now draw another circle with a radius of 4, and now they're hitting perfectly the tangent points. So if I were to draw a line from that circle's center, the circle with a radius of 4 center, and I went through that center point of the other two circles, I could then extend those here and here, and it would find the tangent points. So now if I were to draw an arc, let's make this an object layer. So if I draw an arc with a center, start, end, there's my center, and in a counterclockwise direction I want to go to start, and end. That's the arc with the radius of 4. And then I'm going to draw two circles, one with the radius of 0.5 and the other one here with the radius of 1.08. Now I only need to draw the other arc here and find the location of the center of that arc to finish this kidney bean. So I'm just going to grab these construction lines that I have. And we don't normally do this, but I'm doing this here to make it clear. We're going to put those in a different color so we don't pay attention to those anymore. And now when I continue to use my construction lines, they'll be orange, and the ones that are orange are the ones we want to pay attention to for the other arc here. So for this arc, the relationship is these two circles here and here are tangent to the circle with the radius of 3.5, but on the outside. So the distance from the center of this circle to the circle with the radius of 3.5 would be that radius plus this radius. So this is a lot easier to figure out. If I use an offset and I offset the circle with the radius of 1.08, 3.5, that circle I've just drawn has a radius of 1.08 plus 3.5. So that should locate for us one of the circles. It's going to have the point where the center of the circle with the radius of 3.5 will be located. If I do the same thing to the other circle and offset it the same distance, 3.5, put that on the construction layer. Now I've located the intersection between those two circles. And if I draw a line from there to the center and from there to the center of the other circle, those are the two tangent points. So again, I can use my arc tool. Let's change to the object layer. Center, start, end. There's the center. And to go in a counterclockwise directions, there's start and there's end. And it hits perfectly on those tangent points. So the last step is for me to trim. And I get the kidney bean. Okay. Now I'm going to take the same exact problem. I'm going to start off with these two circles here, move them off to the side, and I'm going to use some commands in AutoCAD that do this a lot more quickly. So I'm going to switch these two to the object layer. And I'm going to use the circle command, tangent, tangent, radius for the circle with the radius of 4. So with tangent, tangent, radius, I need an object that I can be tangent to and another object I can be tangent to. Now take note of where I'm placing the cursor. I'm not showing an exact position for where that tangent point would be, but I'm making sure to put it in the ballpark of where those tangent points would be on the outside of the circles. And now I have to type in a radius. So I'm going to put in a radius of 4, and it's going to create a circle. And then it's exactly the same tangency as the one that we did over here. For the other side, I could do the same thing, or I could actually use fillet with a radius of 3.5 and pick between these two circles. And it's going to create a tangency. So all I have to do now is trim between all of the circles and the arcs, and I get the same result. So circle, tangent, tangent, radius is the only way that I can create that outside circle that has the other two circles inside it, but the one that has the radius of 3.5, where that circle lives on the outside of those two circles, I can use the fillet command or circle, tangent, tangent, radius.